Yo, what's going on, everybody? This is Dave, coming to you from LA, Los Angeles, California. It is May 5th, Cinco de Mayo. Happy Cinco de Mayo, everybody. Still on stay-at-home orders, so I'm just showing y'all something that I built. Just trying to stay busy. I had to keep myself busy, and this is what I decided to do. I built a vivarium. The purpose of this vivarium is for dart frogs. Those will be the inhabitants, and I wanted a centerpiece for my living room also. So that plays into how I designed it and what type of plants I used and all of that. This tank is a 18 by 18 by 24 Exoterra terrarium. I drove down to Oceanside, California, and I bought this from a store called LL Reptiles. You can also look them up online and order from them. But this is what I built. I want to take y'all in and show y'all the features and why I decided to do what I did. All right, so I decided to do that whole foam background thing or what have you. But I wanted to do mine a little bit different. I didn't want to cover up all of the glass with the foam background. I think it has a cool effect when you can see some of the glass around the sides and the top and whatnot. Like, that was just, my idea for it. So I did the foam background. That's grape wood, and that is some cork bark. It's like the hollowed out type cork barks. Don't cost much, about $3-4 a piece at the store that I went to. So I want to show y'all something that I did, because when you make the foam background, I'm pretty sure you can find a lot of videos on how to do your foam background if you're making a vivarium or whatnot. But the foam cures, and you have to shave away, to get the desired look that you want. So let me show you some. These are the shavings that not all the shavings, but this is just what it looks like when you have to shave away some of the foam. And I decided to use this as my false bottom. I think it was a good idea. So let me take you around to the side, and I'll show you what I'm talking about. So right in here, I put all the shavings from the cured foam as a false bottom. The separator I decided to use is like an aquarium filter. It's like a large sponge, but it's not like the type of sponge that just holds water or whatnot. It's like drainable because they use it for aquarium filters. And it is infused in active carbon. So hopefully that'll keep away from any type of bad smells or whatnot. And then, of course, the substrate up here. I do not like hydro balls or I don't know exactly what it's called, but those little brown expanded clay pebble things. I hate the way that looks. Like when you see the layers with the hydro balls on the bottom, it just looks like a bowl of Cocoa Puffs or something like that. So I'm not with that. I decided to do this. I think it's black, and I think it's looks more flush and looks more I don't know. It's just nicer. It's gonna be in my living room. I don't have a frog room or anything like that. So I think it's functional and it looks better. And then over here, I decided to slope the separator down and then put pebbles in the front. So all the water that collects over here, it'll run to the front, and I can either siphon that out, or the frogs can use that as like a water bowl. I didn't want anything that's highly unnatural in the tank. Like, I didn't want any type of water bowls or like toy elements and whatnot, if you understand what I'm trying to say. So there's that. Let's talk about the plants now. Speaking on plants, I'm pretty knowledgeable with plants and whatnot. But when you buy these tropical plants, you gotta kind of study up and see exactly what they need. This right here, this is a, what is it? A parlor palm. This is like a silver peperomia. Back there is a fern, some type of fern. I forgot the name of this plant right here, but I think it's like a prayer plant. Right there, I kind of separated this palm and I put it in the back there. This is, I think, like a rabbit's hair fern right here. And then, of course, I had to do a few bromeliads and tillandsias. So if you look at my design, I decided to go with plants that I don't have to do too much maintenance on. I didn't want anything that trails, because after a while, if it trails, it'll start like crowding stuff up and you have to do a lot of pruning and you know, once this quarantine stuff is over, you know, I get busy. I don't want to have to do a lot of maintenance on this tank. I have other pets. I have dogs and a bird, and I got an aquarium also. So I wanted something that'll be low maintenance, and I feel like I made a good choice in choosing the plant so that I can keep this low maintenance. That right there, if anybody knows, you can tell me the name of it. I think it's like Irish moss or Spanish something, but it's easy to find. You can find that at a lot of stores. It comes in like a regular vase, but it's like a floor cover type plant. Maybe I should go over the substrate. So what I did was I made me a little mix. I got sphagnum moss and I soaked that. And then I used Eco Earth cocoa fiber substrate. And then back there is Repti bark, and that's the sphagnum moss that I soaked. So, you know, use distilled water, reverse osmosis water, you know, some type of water that's not like from the tap. And you mix that up and you get this substrate. I did, while I was at work, they have like a little garden at work, and I kind of got some leaf litter from there, and I boiled that for 5 minutes. And I did include that in the substrate also, because I'm definitely gonna put the microfauna inside here. I ordered some springtails and isopods, so they're on their way. But as you can see, I think, you see the leaf litter all mixed in there. So I think it looks pretty good, and I think it's functional for the microfauna and for the frogs. The humidity, definitely, when I close the door, it stays in 80, 90 range. And I live in Los Angeles, so the temperature's pretty high. And with this water reservoir down there, the evaporation and the humidity stays, you know, stays pretty high. I don't even need a glass lid. I sprayed this. Let me see. I've had this Vivarium for about 2.5 days now, and I sprayed it once, and the precipitation and the humidity stays high in there just after one, you know, I would say 20-second spray. So, you know, we all good in that department. So, what kind of dark frogs do you think I should get? I think I'm trying to stay with the tinctorius species. I think I'll get some Azuris, because look, I don't want nothing that sounds all wild and calling all loud, you know, while I'm sitting watching TV and whatnot. So I think I might deal with the tinctorius, because I heard they have a very soft call. And I think the pops of blues on them will look good with these different shades of green. I made sure I kept all the, you know, a variety of textures in here, you know, with the palm, the smoothness of the prayer plant, the fern, and the peperomia and whatnot. So I think maybe those pops of blue. But if you think anything else will go good in here, drop me a comment and let me know. And let me talk about these tillandsias right here. Like, I forgot what this is, exactly what type, but those things are so cool to me. And you know I love bromeliads. I ordered a couple of these off of eBay, and the other two I got from a store. and it was all pretty cheap. Oh, let's talk about light real quick. So I bought this on Amazon, and it is a Higer is the brand or what have you. And hey, let me tell you, this joint was like only like 24 bucks, and it is so dope. Like, you gotta see exactly what it does. Like, it has a brightness feature, different colors. It has a timer, and that's the on and off switch. But if you look here, you know, it has nighttime mode. You know, the white high output, bright, and that's a combination of the both. And also the intensity of the light also changes in each mode, as you can see. But yeah, hey, check that out. It's called a Higer, and they tell you the you know, the length of it, you know, when you buy it. They have a choice. So, and it has like the extendable little hooks. So whatever size terrarium that you have, you can find one that fits yours, what have you. So let me try to put this back on bright. And that's my Vivarium build, and that's what I've been doing since I've been on quarantine. Hopefully y'all get some ideas from what I built, and I'll do an update video on when I get the frogs in here. So, all right, y'all, I'm out.